This gonna be a fun one. Alright. So, I came across this video the other day. And fuck, it's actually, it has like barely any views. Well, I guess I don't know where else it has views from. So this is a congressman, Lou Correa of California, who's getting harassed by Trump supporters at an airport. He's leaving from DC. This is like, I think this was like a day after he was nearly killed in the Capitol building by rampaging Trump supporters. So I figured we'll watch this. I remember there was one particular part I wanted to talk about. I think there might have been a few other things that were sort of funny. Well, funny / terrifying. Let's do it.
Yeah, how are you? Hey, does China fund you?
To invade the capital of the United States?
No, nobody invaded.
Who coordinated the whole thing going into the Capitol? Go ask them. Yeah,
Wait, who?
police let Antifa in. They opened the doors.
You're
And
lying.
they walked in.
Hey,
The police let Antifa in. So I've been talking to an ex-girlfriend of mine because I don't respect my personal time. Just because I want, she's like a crazy QAnoner. I say that with love. Mild, I should say mild QAnoner, not super crazy. Maybe, I don't know. I try and avoid that topic. It's pointless. It's brainworms, but like Antifa dude arrested. Arbor man. Okay, I probably should have used a more serious Google search to try and find this. Utah man arrested for Capitol riot. So like they're freaking out about this guy John Sullivan, who's there to watch history, and now he seemed to. There's a better article of this guy, John Sullivan, the Law and Order one. I'd actually moved me to talk about this. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Fuck. John Sullivan, law crime. Let's see. I think that was the law and crime. Okay, this is it. So they get arrested for telling officers to abandon their posts. So I feel like this. I think they have the documents here too. Yeah. Okay. So you can get some like excerpts from this. I'm not going to do it right now. I have a knife. Let me up. Investigators said they noted that when they interviewed him later, he denied having a knife. Sullivan is charged with obstructing law enforcement when entering a restricted building. For shooting, Sullivan joined people attempting to open the doors and all that. So here's a problem with this guy. Okay, like it seems like he was like some type of left-wing activist and was like monitoring this based on some other history. And here's why this dude's gonna get in trouble. He's telling the officers to stand down. So this sounds like this is not an unreasonable thing to say to some officers, but also the let's burn this shit down, let's go, this shit is ours, fuck yeah. In a video cited, okay, in a video he says this. I guess this one says it. This is an alleged. I don't know if that's in the video or not. There are so many people, he said in the video. Let's go. This shit is ours. Fuck yeah, we accomplished this shit. We did this together. Fuck yeah, we're all part of this history. Yeah, this is why this dude's gonna get in trouble. But he's more or less going with the crowd and recorded. He's one of the people who actually recorded that girl getting shot. Yeah. So, yeah, this is like their one Antifa dude they want to stand about how it was Antifa there. Spoiler, bro, it wasn't Antifa. It was a legion of various right-wing crazies, from QAnon crazies to militia bros to white nationalists. You know, you can kind of name it. They all kind of circle in a similar area of completely insane. I guess I could have a more like nuanced take on that later because I kind of just want to mainly go over this video. But yeah, suffice to say, you know, delusional. There's not Antifa people there. So let's keep going here.
your lie has been exposed. Your lie has been exposed. Your lie has been exposed. You're a liar.
Like who would ever think like these are like reasonable people? Like think of how brainworms you have to be to just scream repeating the same thing at some dude in an airport who's just trying to fly the fuck home, you know?
You're people. No, it's not a democracy.
I give him credit though. Like it's pretty nutsy to stand up to that, right? It reminds me when Jordan Klepper just did like a fingers of the pulse thing of when he was like at the Capitol riot, basically like talking to Trump supporters, and he stuck around till they were breaking into the fucking building. And he's like, he heard like an explosion. He goes, "All right, time to fucking go." Jordan. Let's see if we can get it. We'll just do the end. I'd recommend anyone watch this video. It's all his thing where he goes to these Trump rallies is pretty funny. But
the hordes of people with pitchforks are usually the bad guys.
No, I love Trump.
No. Why are you dressed like military?
I'm not. These are just clothes.
Is that camouflage?
It is.
But you're in an urban environment. Isn't that sort of the affable on his child's scooter?
Oh God.
The Capitol?
He's falling. These people are fucking beyond parody.
And even our cameraman.
Does that matter?
Aggression, ending with a bunch of people screaming at a building without a working understanding of how democracy works. America, 2021.
There's just an explosion in the background.
Thunder, cannon, tear gas. Let's not wait to find out.
And then just leaves. Like, that's crazy that he just went there. Like, these people have to, like, some of these people here have to know who the fuck he is at this point, right? He's made so many of these videos that get, like, millions and millions of views where he just goes and, like, ridicules Trump supporters at their rallies. Like, I don't know. That's balls of steel on that individual.
This is a republic! This is a republic! This is a republic!
Okay, I love this line. Okay, I've been trying to figure out, like, where this comes from. I don't know which right-wing figure perpetuated this, but I hear it all over the place, right? So, this is actually, like, layers funnier than it even seems at first, okay? So, America is a republic, okay? This is not a very hot take, but it's a democratic republic. We vote for our elected representatives. A republic means you have, a come on. Let's get a good definition of this. What is a republic? I want to try and ad-lib it. Superpower is held by the people and their elected representatives. Okay, so yeah, it's basically. You know what's funny? I was thinking it was like where you have, like it's usually contrasted to like a democratic republic or whatever, or like a democracy. But my usual understanding of a republic is like a system where you like elect representatives who then make decisions, while when people talk about democracy, like moronic Trump supporters, it's usually republic and democracy are used like interchangeably, because republics are basically democracies where you elect representatives who handle like things, and like an overly reductive version of democracy involves where like people vote on everything. So like, yeah, technically I guess you could say we're not a democracy in the sense that like every single citizen does not vote on every single issue, but then by that definition there are no democracies in the world. It's a very stupid definition. For some reason, like a lot of conservatives love throwing out this talking point, and I have no idea where it comes from. But this is even fucking funnier to me.
No, it's a republic. You're a liar. You're people. No, it's not a democracy.
So he's saying, like, the rep here is saying, it's a little hard to hear because he's facing away from the camera, but he's saying, like, this is a democracy. My people voted for me. You know, we're upholding the will of the election. And he's like, this is not a democracy.
You're a liar. You're people. No, it's not a democracy. This is a republic.
How does that help his point at all?
This is a republic. This is a republic. No, this is a republic. We the people, not you the elitists.
Well, so that's what's funny. In a democracy, it would be you, the people, right? But a republic, the thing he's championing is where it's like the elitists, right? Because you're electing the people who will then go and represent you, who ostensibly are the elite from among you, who you want to represent your interests in Congress or whatever. So he's saying, this isn't a democracy. This is a republic. Okay. It's we the people, not you the elite. What are you fucking saying, bro? Like, I mean, obviously I don't expect these guys to make sense, but it's just kind of funny when, like, you just slam these two ideas together where it's like, you're screwing with a republic, not a democracy. Like, okay, I need someone to tell me. If one of the 10 people who watch this video could tell me, like, who keeps repeating that line. Is it like Ben? I don't think it's Ben Shapiro or any of the normal ones, okay? Like, I feel like it's probably going to be like Rush Limbaugh or what's his name? Something Savage, Michael Savage. Like, I feel like it's going to be one of those who are doing it. But like I just hear from like everywhere, not just old crazy people, but from like young stupid conservatives on the fucking internet. Actually, that guy might have been older than I'm thinking of. I ran into on Instagram and COD Discord a whole bunch from one guy who sounds like he's probably in his 50s arguing on Discord about politics. Who am I to judge? I'm 31 arguing about politics on Discord, so I guess I'm not. I guess I'm in good company in that respect. So yeah, I don't know. I just I need to watch it again. This is just funny.
No.
Like, because you know, like they're basically like he's basically just like a person who's walking in like a fugue state, right? Like, he has no conscious awareness. He's just basically like a I don't know, what's it called? Fuck, who's that person who had like no brain? who was on like life support. Yeah, he's basically a vegetable that can somehow like walk, right? And he gets just like prodded by like these little triggers, like this is a democracy, and he's like, this is a republic, this is a republic, and you're the elites, and we're the people. And it's like, wait, hold on, these don't even jive together at all, right? Like, democracy would be like direct control by the people, which is basically what you're saying you want, in spite of like that also wouldn't have worked out for him anyway. And then you're denouncing elites while also endorsing a republic, but the republic is supposed to be the elites you select from within you, who then go and represent you. Hilarious.
Republic. This is a republic. This is a republic. No, this is a republic.
Like you see this, he's just on the brain loop there, and it's like it's sort of funny, but it's honestly sad when like, I don't know, people's brains are just turned off to that extent.
People, not you, the elitists. We the people.
Democracy.
You fill your money with our money. You fill your pocket.
I work for my constituents, boss.
Who are you? Literally got their spine.
Who are you?
Who are you? Looking at me.
I'm me,
Like
motherfucker. And I'm me too.
Oh my god. First of all, this guy's voice is fucking incredible. Like, what's going on here?
their spine.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Look at me! Swear to me! Fantastic.
Literally got their spine.
See, I can't help it because I at first saw this clip on the Majority Report and they made the Batman reference, and now it's just in my head, but like, it's so, like, what does he do? Like, I don't even know.
I work for my
But his response is great. Like, this guy's going up to intimidating. Who are you? Like, why would you just go up to some random dude, get in their face, and be like, "Who are you? Like, what are you doing?"
Literally got their spine.
Who are you? Who are you?
Looking at me.
I'm me,
He's like, "I'm me, motherfucker."
and I'm me too. Yeah.
Just diffusing situations with awkwardness, like, "And I'm me." Huh? Well, now that has been established, I will board my flight. Does he just walk away now?
Nobody here voted for you. We don't want
That's
you.
okay.
We don't want
That's
you.
okay. We're gonna work for you.
Why are you ashamed of who voted for you?
A lot of people. 70% of people in my district.
What city?
Did they use Dominion?
What city?
The best one.
Did they use Dominion?
Did they use Dominion? Let's see. What states use Dominion? What states use Dominion? I mean, it's completely irrelevant, right? Like, Dominion was one of the only in states. Let's see. They have a map here real quick. I don't feel like reading. Company has for 28 states. This includes 6 states highlighted in the social media post. Okay, whatever. That's really irrelevant. So, like, the funny things, but the argument for Dominion, okay, just to quickly go over this, is that what Dominion did is they had their super algorithmic software, and Trump was just so popular, he, like, broke the algorithm because there were just so many votes that it confused them, okay? And that's why, like, some machines had an error once upon a time or whatever. This is not true, obviously. It's farcically untrue. But what's really funny about the Dominion claim is that one thing that would tell you if this were to happen, right? If votes were like when like basically these like the old Scantron system similar to high school. I mean, obviously it's a little bit more of a complicated version of that. But the idea is like you scan a ballot, and it counts up, it tallies up everything, whatever. In theory, you could program that thing to say like, you know, instead of giving each vote 1 point, you can give like a Trump vote like 0.75 and a Joe Biden vote 0.9 or something like that. You could do that, and you could probably make it even more complicated and like try and keep margins within a certain thing to make it look more reasonable. You could do that, but here's the thing. These states have paper ballots that they keep. The ballots you fill out, they can check those. And in Georgia, they did that, right? So Georgia was one place where like, oh, Dominion's up to no good. Well, in one of the places they were contesting, they did a hand recount, and they did a hand recount in oh shit, I forgot the name of the county. Let's see, Georgia hand recount. Can't remember the county. It's like Antioch County or something. No, that's wrong. That's where Rittenhouse is from or something, or killed somebody. Something with an A though. Rapid recount necessary because close margins. Include memory card from the election day, whatever. So they did a recount in one of these things. But here's the thing: the hand recount, you've removed the voting machines from the system. They're gone. So whatever algorithm they had in there is no longer in effect. So once they do the hand recount, that whole conspiracy is just dead. So that didn't matter. But
And you will never get elected.
He'll never get elected. They say as he is elected.
My children's future's fucked. My children's future's fucked because of motherfuckers like you.
No.
See, that's so sad, honestly. Like, that lady screaming how her children's futures are fucked because of people like him. It's a Democratic House rep. She genuinely believes that, like, her children's lives are like because Donald Trump isn't president. A person who has done nothing for probably any of the people in this room, honestly. Except maybe, ironically, that Congress rep is probably pretty wealthy. Actually, let's see. This is completely irrelevant, but... fuck, what was his name? I actually forgot. Coria? Rep Coria. Luke Coria. Let's see. What are you, my friend? You look like a nice old man. But you're probably a douchebag, which is a shame. Dude, you made $150 an hour? It does not matter how much he's worth. I don't know why I even went down this route. Back to assembly twice. County board down. First assembly board to 77. First district. Yeah, he's a blue dog Democrat. That's not never a good sign. That's a conservative Democratic coalition. That's a shame. All right, so maybe he deserved to get bullied, just not by these people and not for those reasons.
No,
it's because of you.
you don't care about none of us.
Man, I don't know.
I don't take your
And you're talking shit to us.
People are screaming at him in the airport. He's being polite and responding, talking about how he's a Democrat or how he values democracy and represents his constituents and whatever, and how they're all wrong about everything. Like,
Where do you live? Where do you live? Where do you live?
Are you a Democrat?
Where do you live?
Are you a
that guy was just screaming in his face earlier, and it just doesn't even know who he is or what he's about. I guess it doesn't.
Democrat? You fucking rat!
We the people.
You know what's funny? When he said Democrat, the way he put the emphasis on rat, this guy's 100% a Rush Limbaugh fan.
Are you
So we're going to do a little fun on Democrat slur. So here's a little fun thing that some of you may not be aware of. So see Democrat Party as an epithet. It's funny because you see this shit in, like, when you have these conservatives who are trying to, like, virtue signal one another. I think there was... I watch a lot of Majority Report, so I caught this when it happened or whatever, but I think it was Steve Doocy called them, like, the Democratic Party and then corrected himself to Democrat Party, right? For the average person, like, you wouldn't notice this, but, like, when you understand how, like, petty and stupid conservatives are, they don't like the term Democratic Party because they feel like it, like, conveys that the Democrats are the party of democracy, so they just shorten it to Democrat because it sounds a little more harsh. It doesn't obviously have the whole word Democratic, and also ends in rat, right? So this was popularized again in like the late 20th century by like Rush Limbaugh. Does it say it on here? I'm pretty sure it was Rush Limbaugh. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Rush Limbaugh. Late 20th? Oh. Rush? Am I wrong? Oh, alright, maybe it's not Rush Limbaugh. Following is often use the noun as an adjective when referring to the Democratic Party. So like they all do this like virtue signal to each other. Like this is like the president, not just like stupid like what's it called? Yeah. So you pick up on little things like that, and you know people like that are just brainlets when you hear them like internalizing the rhetoric, right? So like
Democrat?
So like the way he puts the emphasis on rat, I'm like,
Are you a Democrat? You fucking rat!
See,
We the people don't like you.
Alright. I guess you can't disagree with that.
Yeah, all the same. You don't give a shit about any of us. You care about your pockets. You care about your fucking pockets. Your pocketbook. Your pocketbook. How much taxes you get?
You are not a fucking patriot.
So am I.
You love China!
Fucker.
You
What a
love
polite
China.
Do you work for China? Okay, go work in China.
Maybe
Go
Russia's
work.
better. Maybe
I'm not from Russia, honey.
Comrade.
But I'm not from Russia. So what?
Yo, I will respect, like, bro, this guy's getting mobbed up by crazies right after nearly being executed at Congress, right? And And like if they got into the House chamber, like I'm sure, like I doubt this poor guy would have been spared. They would have gotten like Marjorie, like Taylor Greene or whatever the fuck her name is, and like Boebert to just like drag around, like point out all the Democrats, and then just like just fucking execute them one at a time. I'm sure. And this man's just in an airport, like, all right, let's go. People.
I thought you were pro-women, pro-immigrants. Why you call me Russian?
Oh, well, Russia.
So he's not calling her Russian. They're saying he's bought by China, and he was like alluding to like Republicans being like bought by Russia. I mean,
I'm not from Russia. Okay, go work in China.
Maybe
Go
Russia's
work.
better. Maybe
I'm not from Russia, honey.
Comrade,
But I'm not from Russia. So what? I thought you were.
I mean, like, I'll give him this. Like, I don't think it's a particularly good point. I think it's just stupid. It's just dumb, like red baiting. Like you're just playing the other side of like a bigoted coin or whatever, or like an incendiary coin, I guess. We're not bigoted, but like, I mean, you know, you're just trying to respond to these people screaming at you at an airport. So like, you know, I'll like go off the pedal on like what I would expect from him. You know. He's just some old fucking conservative Democrat getting like railroaded at an airport by a bunch of crazies after nearly being killed the day before.
Women pro-immigrants. Why you call me Russian?
Oh, well, Russia.
Because I have an accent? Is that why you're saying I'm Russian?
What are you talking to me about
Why are you saying Russia? I want to know why. Because I'm not from Russia.
China. What are you saying?
But I'm not from
for?
Russia because you work for China. Yes, you do, honey.
I don't know if I can follow anything going on here. All right, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of fun to go over. I thought it was fun because they kind of hit like in this video. It's like only 3 minutes, and it's completely fucking insane. They hit on like everything, right? Like they just start yelling at this dude in an airport for no reason. This guy like has like the most hilarious contradictory rhetoric, and then you have the person screaming about Dominion for no fucking reason. Our boy who just starts screaming like, "Who are you?" and is just confused when he says, "Who are you?" back, and then kind of just wanders off. Oh, that was a good meme. Lady who just screams China and then gets confused when he screams Russia back. That was a 10 out of 10 too. Fuck, what was the other one? There's another. The whole Democrat thing, the Democrat thing. Like this is your brain on propaganda. Like all these people genuinely believe that like this person. This mild-mannered, was he Mexican? Mild-mannered Mexican immigrant fellow or something, who, you know, worked his way up hard, made $1.50 an hour doing something. He's just there, just being tiny, you know. Who's a conservative Democrat. Think like he's just in bed with the Chinese. He hates America. Their children are gonna suffer. Like this is what happens, right? Like their ability to critically reason is just completely annihilated. And like it's fun to laugh at them like a little bit because like the alternative is crying, and real men don't cry, okay? So instead I will laugh a little bit, but I'll also express sympathy of like Jesus Christ, we have let these fucking people down. And I'll say the Democratic Party has largely let them down. I mean, Republicans, you expect, here's the thing, you expect nothing from Republicans, so like the fact the Democratic Party hasn't like created a viable alternative is where I'll like lay that at their feet. And the fact that they think like you need to work with Republicans is also laughably stupid. But that's the world we're fucking in. We're like the party that like literally enables everything we're seeing here. You know, the storming of a Capitol building through perpetuation of rhetoric. Like I talked about this before. Like I don't think storming the Capitol building or whatever is something that's necessarily out of hand. Now the problem is the circumstances that justify it, right? An election being stolen in such an obvious way? Okay, sure. I mean, I feel like you can make arguments like for the year 2000 election too, where the Supreme Court pulled some shenanigans, but Democrats, you know, they didn't do it. They kind of just ended up with George W. Bush, and look where that's kind of ended for us. But I mean, it is what it is. And the thing is, like, the problem is that their facts are just so off that like you can't like give them like any ground in terms of this being justifiable behavior, because you being correct is what matters, not just you thinking you're correct. And like that's the kicker. That's what makes them so stupid. I kind of lost the plot. I don't remember what I was talking about entirely. I got a little distracted. There was a fire truck running around outside of my house. All right, I guess we'll end that one. It's kind of a quick one for me, right? Oh, 24 minutes. How the fuck did I spend? I was worried. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go over this video in like 8 minutes. It's kind of quick for me. Nope, 24 minutes, because I can't shut the fuck up or stay on topic, and I get distracted by talking about the Democrat Party as a slur. I don't even... but it's kind of funny just when you can like see like I knew where that came from, right? But I still have no idea where they get that dumb Republic line from, and it triggers me to no end, because I need to figure it out. Alright, outro.